Welcome, welcome, welcome. Season 3, Wind Down with Kev. I am Kevin Spann, the insurance guru, and I am so excited today. This season, the hashtag has changed the narrative and party people in the place to be. Trust me, we are going to change the narrative on this one. Here we go. I am Kevin Spann, the insurance guru. By day, I sell insurance. By night, I turn into a podcast host. And normally, people, you know me. My brand is my brand. What I stand for is what I stand for. I just like to bring on good guests to the podcast, get to know them a little bit, talk about what they're up to. It's all about having people that's first, only, and different, right? That do a few things different. So in this podcast, my first time having two guests, which I thought was two guys that were friends. I was a guest on their podcast a couple of months back. Just being business, courteous, you return the favor and you invite them back. But between the time that I gave them the invitation and where we sit today, there's a little bit of tension that you might see. So I'm going to try to let you get to know them. I'm going to have them introduce themselves. My plan is going to be myself in a little Billy business conversation, but I keep it 100. I have no idea where this is going to go. So to my left, I have one half of the Real Estate and Chill podcast, Mr. James Chowdhury, on IG at Finance by James. James, introduce yourself to the people.
Hello. Thank you, Kevin, for having me. So my name is James Chowdhury. I am a mortgage lender from United Mortgage, here to help with all residential financing. And I am also the host of the Real Estate and Chill podcast with that guy on the other corner. His name is Kevin.
Don't mention my name.
This guy. Can't stand him.
We're going to try. I'm going to try to be a good moderator. To my right, man with a great name as mine. I never met a bad Kevin in my life. This
Facts.
is no different. Kevin Iglesias, talk to the people.
Yeah, man. I'm here. I'm happy. I'm honored to be here. I'm only doing this so I don't get fined.
Oh, people, the tension is real. So everybody here knows where I'm from. I'm no stranger to the streets. I'm no stranger to a conflict. But when I get here, I try to conduct myself a certain way. So today, specifically for this, I wore 3 different types of brown because I got all brown people on the show today. So I got the brown jacket, the brown shirt, and the brown tie. But my brown brothers to the left and to the right, can't we all get along? So, James, let me come back to you and start business. I did a little research on you on IG. I just checked you out. I knew you were young, but I didn't realize that you just graduated class of 2020.
Yeah, I just graduated from Baruch College last year. So I was actually in the mortgage industry prior to graduating. So I went to Binghamton University. When the mortgage industry started kicking off, I started to – this guy's just staring at me on the – when the mortgage industry started to kick off, I was like, you know what? I think it's time to – this is something I enjoy doing, so I want to spend more time doing this. And if I can incorporate a way where I can work and be in school at the same time, I would love to do that. So I transferred to Baruch College, loved the school, and was doing the mortgage industry while being in school. It was difficult, not going to lie. Like, it was a tough time, staying on top of school, staying on top of clients and work. But now I've been full-time for a little bit over a year now. So loving the industry,
Okay, so I was checking you out. I didn't realize that you and I were at the same networking event about a year and a half ago before the world ended. We were both at the LIBOR event in Queens. You spoke in front of the crowd.
Yes.
I remembered you. You were, you're amazing. You spoke for about
Appreciate
a minute. But the question I have is, what do you remember about me?
I remember Mr. Fresh. The first thing when I first saw you in EPM, like that one day where we were shooting together, yo, man's got like different colored shoes. Man's got like
Man's got style. Man's got swag.
like, all the time. You're never slacking. So
No.
He's got the drip, something you ain't got.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Speaking of flavor, my other brown brother to my right, Kev, big fan of yours. Kevin sells homes. Follow him right there. Put it on IG. I know I just jacked it up. I know you've had your real estate licensed for a minute, but in the last couple of years, you really turned it up. Talk about it.
Yeah, so I got my license and I got my license in 2015. I didn't do anything in 2016, and then the hunger kicks in. You know where we from?
Okay.
I don't know about this one over there, but
Okay.
that hustle comes in and you got to put in that work.
Okay.
All right.
Hunger Games, Hustle Games.
Of course.
Hunger Games, Hustle Games. So before we get back to the beef, I do want the people to know you a little bit but before the beef, I met you and I considered you to be a special dude. So tell the people who you are before
He
we
ain't
get to the
introduce
other
you
side.
like that. He ain't introduce you like that. So I've been selling real estate since 2016. I'm an associate broker. I work for Realty Connect USA. When COVID hit, man, it was like your back's against the wall. You're gonna fold or you're gonna come up. And thank God I came up.
Okay, so you came up swinging, which is where we're at.
Always ready.
You're always ready for the fight. And people, I'm no stranger to a fight, so I'm going to try to stay real focused during this interview. And let's talk about, we talk a lot about real estate. We talk insurance. We talk finance all the time. We can do that another day. Today is a special day because in spite of the beef, you guys, I'm going to roll the ball your way first. You guys are getting ready to do a little something for a good cause.
Yes.
Okay. Oh!
Yo, can you do that? Yo.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to roll the ball to you. You don't even deserve to hold it.
So this is what I wanted to know.
You learned that on YouTube.
I wanted to know if you were fronting on the gram. So let's talk about, before we get to the charity game, let's talk about you and what you feel about this game. Is this something that you kind of like, or do you actually love the game?
I love basketball. I've been so not gonna lie. I never played like organized basketball like in high school or anything like that. I was too short. I was 5'3" like when I was in like 9th grade, and I hit like a growth spurt, and now I'm like 6'1". But that was like later on. So I started playing basketball like later on like in my life, and I started playing more in college. So I never played on the team, but I played pickup like all the time. And from when COVID happened and, everything was in lockdown, I couldn't ball for like, a year and a half.
Okay.
So I just got back into the gym like, a few months ago, like after not being able to play for so
Hold
long.
on for 1 second. I hear an excuse coming. He's talking about getting back, and he just got back into the gym.
You might have to lice.
No.
You might have to
a few
lice
months ago.
this.
Yo, all I need is I don't even need to be back in there. I could be out for a year and a half, and I'll still take.
He's making an excuse during COVID. I said I came up during COVID.
But here's the thing.
I said I came up during
but
COVID.
there's still
You were balling in the
not saying I'm
fridge. That's what
losing,
you were
though.
doing. I was busy
Still
putting
not
that
saying
work.
I'm losing.
All right. So let me use some of my timeouts here. I'll take a timeout there. I'm gonna give the ball to you, Kev. Talk to me about. We already talked business. We know you do real estate, but talk to me about you and this thing. When did you become friends with that thing right there? That ball, not
Yesterday.
James. This thing right here.
Yo, I've been bowling the streets my whole life.
Oh, really? Where?
I can't say. You can't come
Because you have no idea.
Nah, I've always loved basketball. I used to play basketball, actually. I was on a team when I was younger. I've always loved ball. Even though this guy says I got an awkward shot, which I do. I only shoot with one hand. But it always goes in, so I can't miss.
Okay.
Have you grown since then? Since you were on that team?
So you've been on. Now you're a guest on this show. I'm the host. I get to ask all the questions.
I'm sorry. I got it.
Know your
It's
place.
okay. It's okay. So
That's what happens when you
you've
get that
been
silver
playing.
spoon.
You're a team ball player. You never played officially, but you played a lot of pickup, just like me. So I definitely can relate. So this is going to be hard to get you guys to talk about yourself. So how about if we change the flavor a little bit in that you guys are not playing one-on-one for charity. You actually have teams. So let's talk about your team. Let's shout out the people that's on your team and who's going to be doing what on October 27th.
All right. I am going to shout out every single person on my team. But the thing is, I can't tell you what they specialize in. I don't want to leak any information. I want you to be hit with the surprise. And also,
Yo, we asked for a
Mr.
scrimmage
Kevin
game and you were
Span on this
scared.
hand is also very knowledgeable about basketball. I can't let Mr. Kevin know because Mr. Kevin is the coach of Kevin Iglesias' team. So I got to be very careful with what I say. But shout out to my first pick, Matthew Algu. Shout out to Lou Soriano, my man. Shout out to Rodney. Shout out to at Cool Rod. Shout out to Handsome Homebuyer, Justin Soriano, Ahmed Jera, Dylan Mohan, Matt Rivera. Am I missing anybody? And Ernest Brown. There you go.
So you really know your team off the top. You got a cheat sheet. I don't see a pen, I don't see paper. You really know these people. So shout out to all of the guys on on your team. You feel good about your team. I watched the draft live. People, if you didn't see the draft, go to both of their pages, check it out. It was crazy. It was intense. You know, if you know me, you know my business is all about, I stand for 3 things: family, relationships, community. I love basketball. These guys asked me to get involved in playing the game, and they were asking me over and over. And I was thinking about it. I was like, nah, maybe I can help in another way. Maybe I can coach. Maybe I can announce. And I thought it was just going to be a friendly game. But these last 2 weeks of promo, that's not what it is. I'm seeing videos and trash talking. I see my man Lou Soriano. He posted the famous Iverson video that we talking about practice. With practice. So James, let me swing the ball back to you. I've always been able to pass the ball. When did it go left? When did it go from something friendly that we're going to do for a good cause to the trash talking where we at today?
Honestly, you know, the trash talking was there ever since Kevin decided to say, you know, I could take you in a one-on-one. I was like, no, you can't.
Yo, I beat you first game.
Yo, but who won games 2 and 3?
I was gassed. That was my first time playing in a while.
And the thing is, even though, you know, there is trash talk going on because I want to beat him so bad, what I want to do more is raise a lot more money for charity. So.
Okay. So talk about the Kevin, I'll give it to you and roll the ball back to James. Talk about the charity that the game stands for. You guys put a big number out there. You're looking to raise $10,000 for charity. That's not a light undertaking. What's the charity for? What's it all about?
So the money's going to go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for kids battling cancer. It's a good cause. It's a good event, October 27th. You want to see me whip this young man's behind.
Woo!
You won't be seeing that, but you will be seeing something.
You know
else.
why we got an advantage, too? Because Kevin Span is our coach right here. So
honestly, that's the biggest thing I'm scared of. That's the biggest thing I'm scared of.
I just want to say one thing. It's not trash talking when it's facts.
Oh, okay. So we're not talking tracks. We spitting actual facts about what's going to go down in the game. And I'm excited for the game. I'm excited to be there as a coach. I'm fighting every bit of temptation in my body to say, you know, can I actually get out there and play? But I'm watching some videos. Every player, all 9 men on your roster, all 9 men on your roster, people, they're all posting videos working out. So talk about that. Who has surprised you with their workouts and what they're doing in terms of the videos they're posting?
Honestly, I got to give credit to both sides on this one because, you know, a lot of people have been posting, you know, some great videos. Stephen King, Ahmed Jarrah, Vinny, we post them on our Instagram, like for the videos they made. You know, a lot of people are putting in the work right now. Like, you know, we're about, you know, it's already October. You know, we have to, we have some days left, and everyone's putting in that work. So I'm very impressed with a lot of people. I did not know that Lou Soriano was going to be as good as he is. I did not know. So Lou, that's somebody to look out for.
Lou Soriano, Mr. CFP.
Yes.
And Lou is in ridiculous shape. Lou rides bikes. Lou has
crazy.
coached his girls in basketball like me for years, and I have no doubt that he is an intense competitor. So, Kev, let me roll the ball back this way. Offline before we got started, basketball is about conditioning. You told me on the regular, unrelated to this, that you run 4 miles a day. That's what you do.
Yes, sir. I run at the beach 4 miles a day. I put in that work, and I just want to say one thing. Lou Soriano, he's going down, all right? It's good. It's easy to look good with a team just has no skills. So I just want to put that out there.
Wow. Now, Lou is my man. Lou is my guy from the real estate trifecta. We do a lot of things. Lou is doing a lot of his own wonderful things. So I don't want to see anybody go down. Now, I think the secret weapon for both of you guys' team that you're putting into play right now is that all of us record everything. We work with EPM Photography
shout
Studios.
out to EPM.
So you guys are all putting out those fire videos. You got the fire all around
Yes.
the players. We're going to do little truth or dare. I seen some videos of people dunking. Is that real or is that EPM skills that we're talking about here?
Yo, oh my gosh, the videos of who dunking? This guy over here?
I just seen people dunking. I didn't say any names.
So basically what happened was, I wasn't there to see it, but, you know, some intel told me Stephen King was holding up Kevin like Simba and like the Lion King to dunk that basketball. That's all effects.
Oh,
There's no way. There's no way that happened.
So Kev, when we get to the actual game, I know EPM Studios are going to record the game, but when the ball is up, you got one ball, 5 guys on the court at a time, and it's going to be real. We're using a real scoreboard. Tell me about the place where the game is going to go down at. This is real. There won't be any special effects.
No special effects. We don't need no special effects. My teams are shooters.
Shooters.
We got the energy. We got the age on our side. We got the cardio. I'm telling you, they're not ready. We're the dream team. I'm going to give you a quick play. You ready?
Okay.
All right, so he going to go for the shot. I'm going to block it. Handsome Homeboy's going to go and guard me. I'm going to jump so high. I'm going to get on the shoulders, right? Jump off. Amit's going to be there just not knowing what the heck is going on, and I'm going to slam dunk it on Lou.
You're delusional. You're just delusional. Look at this guy.
Hold on. Okay, so my role at the game is to be a coach, not the peacemaker. Talk to me about who's reffing the game. How are we going to keep the peace there?
Oh, so we have one ref confirmed right now. We're figuring out everything else. We have Mr. Josh Handler reffing the game.
Okay.
He is he's learning about basketball. Kevin tried to give him some rainbow cookies and like stuff like that to bribe him, and I was like, "Yo, don't do that." I was like, "But I know you need to do that, so you have fun with that." But we're gonna have Kevin and I have been talking about another ref being at the game as well, and yeah, I mean when I'm destroying Kevin in the paint and he pushes me with two hands forward, it's not gonna go down like that.
All right. So this is what I heard. I heard. Kevin, today's game, the NBA, college, everything is definitely about a shooting game. It's about that three ball, and it sounds like that's what you guys are going to do. But you're talking that post talk. You were talking that post talk, dominating on the inside the way that the game used to be played. But today, the MVP of the league this year in the NBA was a big man, Jokic. Second runner-up was Joel Embiid. So is the big man back, or is it a shooter's game? Talk to me about your favorite NBA players, shooters. What shooters do you like?
He doesn't even know one.
You really? Now, man, you can't go wrong with Jordan, Curry, Clay. Like those guys are just monsters at threes.
The monsters at threes. So that's the style. That's the style you want me to coach. We want to play a little 5-out basketball, move the ball around the three, and let the threes fly.
Of course.
That's it. Threes count more than two. And from your team standpoint, talk to me about the bigs. Who's the big man that you like on your team? Or who's the big man that you like in the NBA?
Big man in the NBA. Who do I like the most? I would
look
say
like Shaq.
I like Karl Anthony Towns a lot. I think like in terms of a player who really just dominates. Like I love Karl Anthony Towns. I love Mitchell Robinson too. Mitchell Robinson's the man. Because I'm a big Knicks fan, so can't go wrong with that. And I mean, I guess he plays the 4, but Julius Randle as well. Somebody who's been dominating, who shows a lot of heart, who's been killing it. So gotta love that too. So big men, that's what I like.
That's the big man that you like. And
pause.
When people see you play, that's what we should be looking at. Your big man style.
So Kevin will tell you this too. He knows I can knock down threes, and I play in the paint. So I'm not the quickest person.
We know that.
But the thing is, my size makes up for it, and I can shoot. If you give me any space on the perimeter, I'm hitting it in your face.
That's in. Now, you just mentioned Josh Handler. I think Josh is in the building. Ark, if Josh is here, I want him to pop on set for a minute. I want him to jump into this podcast just off because he got a hard job that day just to keep the peace amongst you guys. So we are setting this game up. Absolute perfect. First and foremost, it's about $10,000 in charity. Secondly, it's about resolving this beef between you two. And you guys are real estate and chill, but I don't feel no chill at all. I feel a lot of heat. I feel a lot of tension sitting here between you guys. So what's going to become of the Real Estate and Chill podcast? I mean, I have you guys here because of every podcast that I'm watching, I think you guys have the dopest podcast. It's the most fun, but man, this don't feel fun at all. This feels real. So talk to me. What's next for Real Estate and Chill podcast? Is what's going to happen next?
Well, behind closed doors, he asked me for a rematch clause. So
Whoa.
he knows he's going to lose. He didn't disclose this to his team, but he said he wants a rematch
I don't even
at
know
a
what he's
bigger
talking
event so
about.
more people could see them lose again.
Oh my God. So
And you know what's going to happen after this? Let me just – the trophy's going to be sitting on my side for the entire season.
okay. So there's more than $10,000. There's more than bragging rights. We got an actual trophy that's going to be there.
Trophies for the winning team only.
Only the winning team.
Only the winning team.
And what does the losing team get?
Nothing. They don't deserve nothing.
Oh my!
They don't get nothing.
Sprinkles are for winners. sprinkles are for winners. So what do you have to say about that?
All right. First of all, I don't know what he's talking about. I wasn't the one that brought up that rematch. I think the other side did. But you know how he does.
Yeah, talk about the scrimmage.
Circles.
Talk about the scrimmage.
Okay, so for the scrimmage, here's what we're gonna do.
No.
I understand the.
I challenged you to the scrimmage next week, and you said no, right?
Great.
Excuses.
Great. So the thing is, if you want to scrimmage another team, all right, cool. But I don't want you.
All right. We got the ref coming in the game. I'm gonna use one of my timeouts now. Josh Handler, come on in the back. Come on in the back. Come on around.
He's coming on James' side because he's paid off. You see this?
Oh!
You see this? He's paid off.
So-
you see this?
Couple.
He's paid off.
So Josh, talk to me, man. You got the envious job of repping this basketball game between these dudes that used to be friends, but there's a lot of beef here. It's tense.
I honestly never thought there was gonna be so much beef, but you can cut it with a knife.
Oh my God! And so you're reffing the game. Now I've coached a little bit of basketball, mainly with kids, and the refs always told me, Kevin, don't get excited about the calls. My number one job is to make sure nobody gets hurt. So these are you're a realtor. You're in the real estate business. These are your buddies. Your number one job that day is to make sure nobody gets hurt. How are you going to pull that off?
We're just gonna have a lot of fouls being called that game.
You're going to call fouls before and after the play before it goes down?
I see videos, people taking 3-step layups. I see people taking 3-pointers on the line. We're calling it.
Oh my! You called a fair game.
We're calling a foul game, and if they want a free foul, it's a $50 donation.
There you go. $50 donation.
It's going to a good cause.
There you
if
go.
you want a free flag on the play, $50 before the game, I'll make sure you get it.
So there it is.
He's already bought. He's already bought. He ain't shake my hand. He's shaking James' hand.
If you wanted to go your way, come on down.
Free foul over here. A little elbow.
So, Kev, talk to John. What kind of calls are you looking for?
I want you to call everything because this guy cries in the paint a lot. He doesn't like to be guarded. He doesn't like to be smothered.
Which means you don't want him to call anything.
No, he's going to call it, but you cry too much.
If I see any elbows flying, we see things going, whistle's going to be blown.
So we had something go down at the beginning of this podcast. I'll show you the pictures afterwards. I was trying to break them up. I think I got hit. So I think one of the teams should go to the line right in the beginning of the game.
You got to put ice on that. You got to put ice on that.
I think the game should start with free throws for what happened here today. So Josh, I know you reffing the game. For the people that's watching, anybody in my audience, my fear that don't know what you do when you're not keeping a piece in reffing games, talking about who you are and what you do.
So Josh Handler, realtor on Long Island. Work for Keller Williams. We have a team, and honestly, just trying to take over real estate one house at a time and do the right thing by everybody. And honestly, I'm just very happy that they asked me to be involved in this, and I think it's going to be a great cause. 2 great guys, and only one guy is going to be the greatest at the end. But
that's me.
Until then,
they're going to say, and the new.
Beautiful.
This is basketball. This is the UFC.
It might turn into boxing.
No, maybe that should be our halftime show.
The House Podcast. Check it out. We got Kevin, James, everybody's on the podcast. Listen to their episode. Until next time, that's a wrap for me.
Gosh, okay, so that's the ref. So people, I am Kev. I am a peace-loving guy. You're friendly Allstate agents. You're still in good hands with me, and we've kept the peace so far. So, guys, I definitely think we've hyped the game up a lot. I definitely think people are gonna tune in. So I'm gonna try to remove the ball and remove a little bit of tension from the atmosphere, and just talk a little bit about 2019. Before there was beef, you guys meet, become friends, and you kick off the podcast. So let's talk about the beginnings of this thing. Kev, you kick it off.
All right. So he actually cold called me. That's how we met. He would call me nonstop, wanted to be my friend. So I felt bad. I gave him an opportunity, and here we are. So that's how we met. The podcast came about in March, actually, 2021.
Okay.
And that's how we set it all up.
That's a beautiful thing, James. Something I remember when I was on the podcast with you. You talked about that cold calling that you do. I'm in the insurance business industry, mortgage, insurance, real estate. All the industries are definitely connected, and one of the necessary evils of our industry is that we all have to cold call. Tell me about your attitude and approach to cold calling and networking.
So honestly, before. When I was first, everyone's still in their business development stage, but when I was doing this every single day, when I had no deals in my pipeline, right? And I was really just like hungry to get started in the business. I was just a different person. Like I was calling nonstop. I would call everybody. They would say, follow up with me on this day. No problem. I'll follow up you on this day. If you think I'm annoying, that's fine. I still want to talk to you. I still want to get your business. So at the end of the day, it's all about your mindset on how you really think other people will, take it, and you can't really care about how people like see you, because you're out there trying to do your thing. Whoever like says like no to you or whatever, can't let that get into your head. Like you just can't.
Fast forward to today, you've built quite a network.
Yeah.
You built quite a network, and you would say that cold calling was a big part of it?
Yeah, cold, without question. Honestly, like if I didn't meet Kevin and, we didn't start doing business together, that would have led to us not even creating the Real Estate and Show podcast.
You'd be on the couch.
I would have, maybe I would have been on the couch. Nah, but like, I've met so many people from the podcast. Your podcast is great as well. We connected through both our podcasts. So, that is another outlet of, networking out and meeting new people. So it's awesome.
That's a great thing. That's definitely a way to change the narrative. I'm actually one more question. I must flip back to Kev. The traditional path of coming into business is school, whatever schooling that you want to do, study hard, get your, maybe go get a job and work for a bad company for a long time, and then come into this business later in life.
Right.
You change the narrative. You skip that step. You don't have that 10-year corporate job that you wanted to get away from. What made you change the narrative, and what made you go directly into a field of sales that most people are definitely afraid of?
Honestly, I gotta give a shout out to my man Max Rosenblum, who was one of my best friends in high school, and his dad actually owns the company United Mortgage. So I've met his dad multiple times as we were friends throughout high school and middle school. And one day I was just talking about him, and he was like, you know what, why don't you try coming into this side and seeing what it's like? And I was just like, I'm down, of course. So first summer after freshman year, I tested it out, and I was like, this is awesome. This is like something that captures a lot of the skills that I have and things that I can grow in. And it's like an industry where you can have a lot of fun meeting new people, and you could, really help people accomplish their goals. Home ownership is a huge goal that, some families have, and helping them get to that step is an amazing feeling. So,
no, that's awesome. Now, Kev, I'm gonna switch it back to you a little bit. You posted, we've talked about, I don't think you actually posted, but I think we talked about, you had a different job, not real estate. You got your license, but you did what a lot of people do. They study, they bust their butt for really difficult tests, and they let this license collect dust on the shelf. And then one day it switched. So talk to me about when you changed the narrative from just having your real estate license to becoming a beast in this business.
I appreciate that compliment. Like I said, when I first got started, you have a lot of doubt, right? A lot of fear that's holding you back. And if you let that fear consume you, it's just going to eat you alive. So, fear is good. When people say I'm fearless, fear is good, because the fear of failing is what keeps you motivated, what keeps you successful. So I only did 2 deals my first year in 2016. I was like, damn, this sucks.
Right.
I could have made more money somewhere else.
Right.
Like you said, my license was just collecting dust, and I said, I gotta turn it up. And then I just aggressive, and I just started cold calling, just like James, cold calling, door knocking, just meeting people, because this. As much as it is commissions, we're in a service business, right?
Yes.
It's a people business.
Yes.
You gotta basically blend with everybody's personalities, right? And that's something that I'm really good at. I can connect with anybody, even this ugly young man that's on to your left-hand side over here. All right. So yeah, that just motivated me to put work, and then I had success and more success, and thank God I just picked it up and I took it full force.
No, that's a beautiful thing. They say every man has 2 monsters. You have a lion, the good lion and the bad lion, and the one that grows is the one that you feed. So you started to feed the good lion, and that lion has become a beast in this business. I tell you, I got to be honest with you guys. I'm honest sitting here with you 2 young guys that's setting the world on fire, not only in mortgages, not only in real estate, but in this podcast world, which we're all kind of new to. But you guys are doing it with flavor and with style, and I love it. And going back to the change in mindset, change in prospecting, that I'm going to get it no matter what attitude. Let me ask both of you a question. I'll let you answer separately. Hanging out with you guys and hanging out with all of the guys that I meet that come through Carlos, Lou, Hands Home by seeing all you guys, Sean, everybody's doing their podcast. It looks to me like all the cool people are in the real estate and the mortgage business. What's wrong with my industry? Like, why aren't the cool kids signing up for insurance, and how can I get them? So, James, you first, and then Kevin, you answered your way as well.
Honestly, like, I just think that, like, I mean, the mortgage industry, some people think it's interesting. Some people might not. I mean, when we're on the show, like, we don't even, like, I don't really touch on, like, you know, exactly how to go through the steps of of a mortgage and buying a house. We just talk about, like, a bunch of different things. Like, if they come up, then yeah, we talk about it. But I don't think to myself, like, all right, this episode, I'm going to talk about mortgages, or if it comes up, it just comes up. You know, we're just talking, right. You know, just as like we're doing right now. So that's where I find the fun in it, because there are some things that can get boring, right? Like, we're going to talk about, like, when we speak to our clients, we're explaining to them, like, certain things, like, it's going to be really boring, but that might not be something that people want to watch, so I don't even talk about it. You know what I mean?
That makes a ton of sense. Kevin, same question to you.
Man, real estate's sexy, so I mean, it's talked about all the time.
It just is what it is.
See, he's the lucky one. He's the lucky one.
But yeah, we wanted to create something that's like entertaining but educational at the same time, because like you see here, man, we have fun. We have fun doing what we do.
It's no doubt about it, and I'll give you that respect. That real estate is sexy, because you do get to put up the pictures of the beautiful woman, of the beautiful house that you're selling, and that part is absolutely dope. It's absolutely incredible. So I guess that sells itself.
Yeah, and like, you know, James and I, we both have personalities. Like, we always go at each other, and it just makes the show better to watch. You know,
I got it. So this beef is not just about basketball. This is what this cold call that James made to you. Please don't hang up. Please be my friend.
He made me run out of minutes calling me so many times.
And you gave in. That one yes has become a beautiful thing. Fast forward to Wednesday, October 27th. You guys are going to play a charity basketball game and donate $10,000 to a wonderful cause. What was the impetus for the basketball game? How was the conversation went down that said, yo, we should do this?
It's kind of crazy how everything happened. The power of social media is so big, and I was never on social media. We were discussing this off camera. I just got on Instagram in March. So we put up a story, and we were saying that we're going to compete against each other for $1,000. Whoever would lose would donate $1,000 to charity. Nice. Then we got a call from actually he's a team member, Luis Monge, a.k.a. XOT Properties. He builds custom homes, sick work. And he said, I'll put up another stack.
Nice.
And then I was like, all right, 2,000, not bad. Yeah. He calls me not even 5 minutes later. Oh, yeah, my boys want to put up another stack too. Then the money, in less than 24 hours, we were up to like $10,000. And we were like, damn, we can't make this just about him and I. Now we got to involve more people. We got to make it a bigger event, because I want more people to see him lose. So, you know, and I want the money to go to a good cause. And we said, you know what, let's give back to children who need it, and families that are really struggling.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing. So let me ask. I have to ask. I'm a poor host if I don't ask this. You guys chose St. Jude's, very reputable charity. Is there any personal connection with either of you two to the charity?
From my side, no. But you know, I think that we do so much, like, for ourselves. I think it's very good to, you know, do something for other people, and this is something that Kevin and I both agree on, like, very strongly. And I think that, like, you know, with everything that we're doing, if we have the power to do something like this, we really should go forward on it. And I think it's a great cause, and I really think that, like, this is something Kevin and I, when we were thinking about, like, some different charities, we agreed on this right away, because it's a great cause. You know, this is something that we both really can get behind, and we really want to see you know, this money go into a great place. So
I love what you guys are doing. My core values in my business is straightforward. It's family, community, relationships. So to know you guys and know you're doing this for a wonderful cause, that definitely aligns with everything that I stand for. So people that's watching the promos, is there any way that people that might not be able to attend the game, that they can contribute to the cause?
Oh, so this is amazing. I mean, if you want to donate, just contact us. Hit us up on Instagram. And for those who can't get tickets, you know, the whole event is going to be recorded and posted on our YouTube. So it's going to be like an official NBA game. We got a DJ, commentators, coaches, refs, like the whole 9 yards, and it's going to be a good time. So,
and it's an incredible cause to give the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. That's wonderful. So when we post this, we're going to have hopefully a link. Perhaps St. Jude's can give you guys a link, so if people want to do that, direct to add to it in
definitely.
the name of both of you, the Real Estate and Chill podcast, so people can see the outcome. Because I have this gut feeling that the game is going to be bigger and better than you can imagine, and that the outcome of your fundraising efforts that might surpass it. And James, let's talk about this rematch. You only asked for a rematch and a fight. Usually, only the loser asks for the rematch. So is that
he knows the vibes.
Is that what we're doing?
Nah. This thing is what Kevin said.
Tell him,
I have
coach.
no idea what he's talking about. The thing is that if we do
Excuses.
have a rematch, we could raise more money. So that's the point. I don't think I'm going to lose. But I think that if we have the power to do this, we have some great people in the event, you included, right? So we have some amazing people that are involved with this. If we can keep doing this, over and over again, and keep raising more money, keep doing things that are, beyond ourselves, and, raise money for, a good charity, we should definitely continue doing that. Maybe it won't even be basketball. Maybe I'd want a rematch in something else. Who knows?
Ooh.
Hold it. You gotta clip that. You gotta clip that.
Passed.
You gotta clip that. You heard his words. He said, maybe I want a rematch in something else. I mean,
I said maybe I.
No.
Maybe
you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
Incorrect.
We got the best coach in the game, so you're
my
gonna
gosh.
lose.
I'm not gonna
Oh my
lie.
gosh.
Kevin really wanted you as his coach. I was like, just let me have him. He was like, no, your team's too stacked. Did you not say that?
Oh.
Did you
I
not
meant
say that?
stacked and weight, but skills, I got it.
Oh my God, people! Y'all see what this is gonna be? This thing is so big, has so much in it, so much fun. I'm disrupting my whole Wind Down with Kev podcast. We're gonna drop this episode on October 20th. I want everybody to see it. I want everybody to know that the tension is real, the love is real, the intent to raise this money is real, and the beef between Kevin J. This is real. This is a problem here. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Kev, is there anything I should have asked you about the game? I didn't ask you about the location. Can you drop the location on the people?
So we're gonna actually be playing at Dedication Sports in Port Jeff Station. You could Google it. Again, if you want tickets, hit us up, and it's going to be a good game, a good cause, and you get to see Jimmy lose.
She's calling you Jimmy. James, want to talk about it? Anything
James,
I
Jimmy
didn't say
Bashaw.
about anything I didn't say about the game? Anything about the cause that I should have mentioned?
To you directly. I just want to say, if you ever want to, come over to my team, let me know. Let me know if you still want to play.
You see
let
how
me
he's
know.
trying to buy everybody? He's trying to buy the rep. He's trying to buy the
That's
coach.
what I got to say.
So here we go. You have, man, did you touch a nerve right there? I'm watching you guys, and I am so tempted to try to play, but literally, I would have to do what y'all are doing because you're running 4 miles a day. You getting up shots. The other guys is out there that's playing this. People, this is real. They are practicing. They're not just gonna take the suit and the ties and the jackets off and the hard bottom shoes. They are working for this. The
Yeah.
NBA preseason opened on this Monday, and you guys preseason has opened as well.
100%. I mean, I'm running. I'm training. I don't know about you. He running back and forth from the fridge, but I'm putting in this work. I'm at the gym at 6 in the morning
my
with my
God.
whole team.
Yo, but
putting in work. What time you guys train?
What
time you guys train?
rewind to whatever
what
he
time
said
you train?
that second game, third game when he lost. He said, "What? I'm gassed." Yo, how those 4
what
miles
time
helping
you train?
bro?
What time you train at?
Don't worry.
How many times a day you train?
Don't worry.
Yeah, you
You'll
scared.
see.
You
Yo, the
scared.
thing is,
You scared.
actions speak louder than words.
scared.
The man's talking, but when it goes down and I'm holding that trophy, that's all I got to say.
He says he got a
That's
shot,
all
but
I
my
gotta
team's
say.
gonna block him
All
off.
right, so people, this started off on a rough note. There was a pregame fight before the actual fight, so I'm gonna call game and send everybody else home safely. This shot right here, we're just gonna call it game and bring this podcast to the end. If you see me putting up videos of shooting in the gym and jogging a little bit, getting past my yoga and walking, the exercise I'm doing, know that I'm working towards moving from the coaching seat to the playing seat and trying to get in the game to make it happen for a good cause. I'm Kevin Spann, the insurance guru. This is Financed by James. This is
Kevin sold my home.
Thank you for watching.
Bang.
I think the ending shot would have been dope.
That would have been it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Can we cut it out?
Nice. Wait, is that what you, did you want me to say
don't
thank you for
pause it,
watching?
Don't pause it. Yo, can we run that back where I forgot the team? We got to cut
Yeah,
that
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
Wait, did you want me to say thank you for watching? Did you want me to say something else?
Yeah,
No,
he wanted you to
doesn't
say something
matter.
else, but you
Just
flop.
lie.
I don't know what to
Oh,
say.
This is LeBron James flop.
I
This is LeBron
yeah.
James flop.
Yeah, so what I'm
so
going to do.
freaking awkward.
Let's go back, Kev. I'm going to say, I know you want to acknowledge everybody on your team. Let's run back with your
All right,
players.
who's on your team?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta make sure I got everyone on my team too. I don't know if I got everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom went blank. I wasn't expecting that question.
You want to put your list in front of you so you can go down your list and you can hype them up a little bit? Because this is about hyping them up, and I'm sharing and promoting this as well.
We appreciate you pushing us up.
Now, come on, man. That's what we do. We all got each other. That's what it's all
All right.
about.
I'm good.
Okay. So I'm going to start with shout out to your team.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say again, Kev, I want you to shout out everybody that's on your team, acknowledge them, tell them what they do. So if it's Josh, the home handler, say he's here, just say something, anything.
All right,
about it. I
all
don't
right.
care.
No
And then I'm
problem.
gonna say you anything. Let's come back to your team, and then I'll say I'm thinking about playing, and let me get some shots up before I go, and I'll get that shot up, and we'll end it on the shot.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right. So, Kev was talking earlier, was naming the team. I want to give you one more time. We done had a lot of fun. We done talk real estate. We talk mortgages. We talk trash. But at the end of the day, it's not Kevin against James. It's Team Kevin against Team James. So talk about your team. Take your time, and let's shout all the guys out that's on your squad.
First and foremost, I just want to give the biggest shout out to the number one coach in the game, which is Kevin Spann right here. Hashtag Team Kevin, because he's for us, not for those on the ops over there. All right, we got a shout out to my whole team. I got Stephen King, Mr. 3D, who's been on our podcast as well, also works for Realty Connect. Okar Reinstein, who also works with Realty Connect. I got John Fitzgerald, who owns Realty Connect. Can you do that for United Mortgage? I don't think so. All right, I got Dan O'Neill. I got Levy, who makes videos for Handsome. I got Luis Mohed, my boy who was talking about throwing the money up, and we got him playing on my team. Right, and then we got Adam Adbat, who's on Team Okar. We got Vinny from Gen X Realty, and then we got the MVP of the game, Michael Crass.
Already.
From EPM.
So this
We stacked.
This is not just Team Kev. We got some very specific lines between people that work together in the real estate office. So we got this runs deep.
Yeah, there's no mortgage people on my team.
Oh man. There's no mortgage. So Jane, one more time. Let's talk about your squad. Let's talk about it.
Of course. So on my team, he's saying Realty Connect. I love Realty Connect too. I got a lot of love for them too. So I got somebody on Kevin's team on my team.
I fired him.
Yeah, right. Ernest Brown on my team. We got Rodney Lewis, who is a loan officer on my team at United Mortgage. We got my man Matthew Algu. We got Handsome Homebuyer. We got Mr. Lou Soriano, Lou Diesel. We got Dylan Mohand. He is a beast. We got Amit Jera, and we also have my man Matt from Inspection Boys.
Wow. Party people in the place to be. It's going down October 27th. It's going down in Port Jeff. Dedication.
Sports.
And obviously they're dedicated. Gentlemen, the only thing I have to say, you guys called me before the game and asked me a part of it. I think I gave the wrong answer. I knew that if I was going to do this, I needed to get back in the gym. I am carrying the ball with me today, not just to keep you guys apart, but I'm working on my shot. So let me see what I got. Let me see if I can get this up. Stiff, hold my follow through. If this looks good, I might get back in the gym and try to get on the court. There it is. We out.
Nothing but net.
Peace.